Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Battlestar Galactica on Tabletop Simulator. It is Leodama's turn, and at this point, he probably doesn't have much to play around with. Also, I discarded stuff in the wrong places. Alright, he's going to draw some politics, a tactics, and 2 piloting. He's got a full hand of shit to do. He fortunately doesn't really have much to play around with. He is currently at the quorum chamber, which he can't do anything with. He should have moved a while ago. Alright, so this is what he's going to do. He's going to do critical situation to get himself a move. He's going to do launch scout. So roll 1d8. Alright, he succeeded. He's going to take a look at the top of the crisis deck. And he's going to keep it. Alright, and then with his other action, he's going to go ahead and reveal himself as a Cylon. Which is going to put a Centurion on the Centurion track. On the boarding track. Alright, he's going to discard down to 3 cards. He will get a Super Crisis, and he's going to go to the Resurrection ship. Also, he doesn't get his Miracle Token anymore, and this gets the Accept Prophecy gets discarded. Alright, and he's going to go, he goes to the Resurrection ship over there, and that is it for his turn. No Crisis, because he's now a Cylon. Alright, hits Athena's turn. Athena's going to go ahead and, she's actually got a bit of a full hand now. She'll draw some engineering and the piloting. Alright. So what she's going to do for this turn is she's going to go ahead and she'll go ahead and move to the hangar for the future. And she's going to go ahead and exo Cat. Cat's going to go ahead and use her exo powers to go ahead and use Presidential Pardon and get Hilo out of jail. We'll put him in command for now. And then for her other action, she is going to go ahead and go ahead and do inspirational speech. And fails. Alright. Much to Athena's delight. Alright, and then that resolves the exo. And she'll draw a crisis. Alright, reactor critical. It is a skill check, so they have to do it. And let's see what they do. Alright, so purple, red, and blue. Really don't want to lose the fuel at this point. He is going all in on this. That's pretty important. She'll put in that, protect the fleet. All those. Alright. Lee could only put in 1 card because he is a Cylon now. But he'll do it. Actually, you know what? He'll wait. And whatever, he'll do it. And then Athena could put some cards in as well. She's going to put in this. whose turn is it? It's Athena's turn. That's right. And you know what? Just in case, put one of those in. And yeah, that should be good. Alright, let's see what we get. Shuffle, shuffle. This is a lot of cards. Alright, so 0, 4, 7, 9, 10. Bates. 13, 18, 20, 25, 21, and 22. So triple what we needed, but still, it is what it is. So civvy ships will be added in to the back. At least 3 piloting was activated, so we'll go ahead and activate an unmanned Viper, put it in there. And this is a success, so 2 engineering cards go to Athena. And then we discard all this crap. Also, the current player draws 2 treachery cards. Not that she really needs them. Okay. So yeah, way overkill. That's okay. I mean, Hilo was holding onto those cards for quite a while now. Didn't really. Alright, just making sure that was all organized. Alright. Get that, get those, get that, and get that. Alright. Roll a d8. 2. This will go here. Pursuit track will increase by 1. And then, yeah. That is pretty much it. Alright, and then she needs to discard. She will discard this card. Now we get a nuke back. One of these. And one of those. Alright, so she has 10 cards. Goes to Hilo. Hilo will get his full hand. 2 leadership. 2 tactics. 1 piloting. Okay, so what he's going to do for his turn. He doesn't have very many options. That's the bad part. Alright, so yeah, he's going to go ahead and just stay in place for now. And executive order, we'll do it on Athena. And Athena will go ahead and repair the current location. Finally. And we finally have a hangar again. Then she'll go ahead and go out on a Viper herself. And escort a ship. Okay. All resolved. Crisis. Current player chooses. It's a skill check. And you either do the die roll check or try to get some fuel. Carl's the one that picks. They're at 2 fuel right now. He'd rather save resources at this point. So he's going to go ahead and pick the second option, and he's going to go ahead and do strategic planning. And then roll. Okay, didn't need it, but it passed, and so no minus fuel. Alright, raiders will activate. Alright, one raider will be added to 2. And then a civvy ship will be added to here. And up here. So that's all the civvy ships are on the board now. It's not a pretty place. Okay. Next it goes to Cat. Alright. She's going to go ahead and go and deploy as well. It doesn't really matter what she's in. She'll go Assault Raptor. Alright, she'll activate her CAG action to go ahead and get this escorted. And then her regular action, she's going to go ahead and escort... Actually, she's going to go ahead and... yeah, she'll go ahead and escort this one. Okay. Takes care of those. And then... yep, time for Crisis. Passes +1 morale, fail is -1 morale. The current player sent to the break. Alright. Well, that is an option. Alright, 2 from the skill check. Or from the Destiny deck. Goes to Leah Dama first. Leah's going to go ahead and cause some havoc. Athena's actually going to kind of help out with this. One thing she's also going to do is get some Dratus contact out. Because she doesn't want everything to go onto the field. Also, I don't think I moved the pursuit track. I didn't. There you go. I did the civvy ships. I just didn't do the pursuit track. All right, and yeah, she's gonna go ahead and you know what? She'll ensure. Well, she can't really spike the deck, at least not effectively. Oh wait, I put too many things in. She can only put up to 2. I don't remember if I made that mistake before. If I did, I apologize. But yeah, she should have 2 of these in here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, remember, Cylon leaders that are infiltrated can only put up to 2 into a skill check. Alright, goes to Carl. Carl will go ahead and put in what he can. He will put in these 2. And then Kat will go ahead and do what she can. Okay. 1. Alright, so 0, 0, +3. Another 0. Alright, so +5, +8, +7, +1, and say +1, +5. Alright, so what could be done here? Dogfight can remove 1. Remove a card completely. That would bring it down from, that would be 7, 9, 12. It would still be just short. If he had put that XO in there, it would have been enough. So he's not going to bother damaging anything. It's just going to be a fail. And then 4 raiders get added to the front, which is good because that prevents it from prevents the Cylons from porting in. So treacheries are usually bad, but you can use them to kind of manipulate the board a little bit, which is kind of helpful. Otherwise, it just kind of builds up. Alright, so these get added. They're going to move this way, like so. And then it's going to be -1 morale, which kind of sucks for somebody. Cat's going to be sent to the brig, so she's in the brig now. And all, except for presidency, is going to get sent to Carl. Oh, sorry, that's the presidency. Admiral. Admiral CAG Carl now. And then jump prep increases by 1. Also, did we have any heavy raiders at some point? No, we haven't yet. I completely forgot we had a Centurion here. Just completely forgot about him. He got added in because of the Cylon. Anyway, jump prep. And that's it for Kat's turn. Yeah, it was Kat's turn, and she went around and deployed and all that good stuff. So give me a moment as I get Kat off desk. There we go. Alright, well, it goes to Cylon. Cylon's going to draw Treachery. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so this is a super crisis. That is an interesting option. Alright, well, he's going to get his Treacheries first. Oh, wait, he only gets 1, because he's in, he is in the Resurrection ship. So he gets 1 skill card. You know what? He would probably... Honestly, he would probably try to get the jump to happen. Yeah. So he's going to go to Battlestar Bridge and activate, roll a die, and then it's either going to decrease the jump track or it's going to force a jump, force a pursuit. It decreases the jump track, so it's down to red again. All right. And then he picks one other option, plays a Cylon ship. Yeah, he can't do any of the other stuff. I wonder about the Battlestar or 3 raiders on any one area of the board. Would that force a Battlestar to get up here? Yeah, it probably would, but he probably would not want that because he wants everything to port at once. So yeah, he would do this. He would do the CAC ship, and that'll be it. He's a Cylon, so no crisis. Goes to Athena. Athena's going to draw some leadership and a piloting. All right, well she's out here now. Kat's in jail. Alright, so what she's going to do, she needs to move. She's going to use her movement to do full throttle. It's it. Reveal this card at the fleet marker. Oh, if it's on a blue space. That's the problem, isn't it? She's trying really hard to get this justified response. But you know what? They're at 5 morale. She doesn't need any of the other shit. So you know what? She will just do what she can. Alright, so yeah, what she'll do is she's going to... Do I have any other options? Not really. Alright, she's going to move 1 and escort a ship. And that's it. Yeah, she right now has 3 of her requirements, and she needs to go for a human victory at this point. So, crisis card. President chooses -1 fuel and decreased jump prep, or -2 morale. Oh, that's going to be ugly. Alright, President's going to pick the -2 morale because they can't afford the fuel. Alright, and then base stars are, everything gets sent out again. Alright, well, this happened, and it's not pretty. Okay, goes to Carl. And piloting. Okay. He is going to they're going to need some help. Alright. Yeah, it's ugly all over the place here. So, main thing is defending against the civvy ships. Alright, so what she's going to do, or what he's going to do rather, going to go ahead and executive orders. And Cat can't do anything. So it's all going to be up to Athena. And Athena is going to go ahead and first she's going to go ahead and full throttle. No, not full throttle. Well, actually full throttle would probably do it. I mean, she's got a few options. They're not pretty. Alright, so this is what she'll do. She will... Yeah, it's like so many freaking things here. I mean, she has two actions. Is there anything? Okay, yeah, this is what she'll do. She's going to use her once per game to activate an undamaged location. And she's going to activate communications. She's going to look at these two ships and move them all down here. So they're all in this one spot. Now she has one more action. She's going to use that action to build a nuke. And give it to the Admiral. Alright. Alright, so once per game's been used. Alright. And with that, that will resolve the XO. All the civvy ships are in one location. And it's gonna get ugly. Alright. So a crisis card. Alright, current player chooses. He can send himself to the sick bay. Or attempt to do the skill check and potentially damage the Galactica and destroy a Raptor. Sick bay is not a big deal for him. It really isn't. So yeah, he'll send himself to sick bay. Alright. Kind of just seeing what all we can do. There's not many options. Alright. Yeah, so sends himself to sick bay. Raiders will activate. These three will go here. It's going to be a mess. Alright, just there. Put one there. All of these go here. All of these go here. That's it. And then jump prep increases by 1. Alright. It goes to Cat's turn. I was hoping for an XO. If we had gotten an XO, it would have been a win. But we didn't get the XO. So, tactics. I'm getting all the bad things right now. Like, all the cards she could possibly use right now, she's not getting any of them. Yeah, that's not going to help either. Actually, that will help. Okay. So for her turn, she's going to go ahead and play Launch Reserves. Place up to 2 unmanned Vipers from the reserves into a space area containing a piloted Viper, which it counts Raptors in this case. Well, it's a Viper anyway. So we do have 2 Vipers, surprisingly. So we'll put them in this area here, and then you activate them. So we'll make 2 shots. Miss. And hit. So there are only 3 Raiders back here now, for what it's worth. Alright. And then, yeah. She's in the brig, so she can't do anything else. Alright. Goes to Cylon. Cylon will draw some treacheries. Alright, he can't really... He can do one thing. What he wants to do right now is try to get that jump prep down at this point. I think that's his only hope. Well, he has 2 ways. No, it's his only hope. Because he can try to send the Raiders to attack. He can try to push the Centurion up, but it's not going to do enough. He can try to do some damage to the ships, but that's not going to be enough either. So, yeah. Alright, so the other option is send Athena to sickbay, but that's not going to do anything either. Because all she'll do is just move and flip FTL control. So his only hope right now is to do the base star bridge. He'll go ahead and roll a die and try to decrease the jump track. I don't know if we can counter this with strategic planning. I'm gonna assume no, because usually you can't apply effects to the Cylons. It didn't matter anyway. It's just gonna increase the pursuit track. We have to put a civvy ship down, so we will. And then the only other thing you could possibly do at this point is force the last civvy ship to be placed. All right. And that's it. It goes to Athena's turn, which Athena's going to get some cards. She'll get... it doesn't really matter. This, that, and a pilot. She's going to XO Carl. Carl's going to go to FTL control. They'll do a strategic planning. And I believe this should be a victory. Let me be sure. Okay, never mind. If you run a fuel on the jump, it wouldn't kill you. But this, it would be even with the strategic planning, it would be a 50-50 roll, and it's not Carl's turn right now. So, instead, she's going to go ahead and just full throttle. I'm just seeing is there anyone else I could mess around with? Not really. Okay, so she's going to full throttle in position. So she's just going to move and stay in place and make an attack on the Raider. Okay, destroys the Raider. Then next, she's going to go ahead and We're kind of good on the other stuff. So she's actually going to go ahead and escort a ship off. You know what? That's what she'll do. Alright, and then goes to Crisis. Alright, jump prep, loss of a friend. Current player discards 2 skill cards, minus 4 in morale. Alright, we'll go through the motions here. But I think this might actually be a human victory. Alright, do anyone want to do Reckless? No. Alright, 2 cards. We'll just put them down here because everything's a clump right now. Yellow and green. Throw all these in here. Oh wait, he can only put 1 in. No, sorry, no, he's fine. Cat can only put 1 in. And she'll do Honor and Will. And, you'll just do what he can. And then Athena will put in two cards. Okay, shuffle. Here goes nothing. -3, -2, -1, -5, -1, +4, and +6. Alright, well, dogfight, we'll go ahead and just damage a Viper. We'll damage the Viper back here to remove the 4. And that will bring it down to 9 exactly, which is a pass. So that takes care of that. Centurions activate. Or Heavy Raiders activate, but that's a Centurion. Which finally moved a step. Alright, and then we do get a jump prep, which puts us completely safe now. There's literally no danger at this point. It's going to go to Human's turn. Humans will draw 1 card. You'll just draw a card. Go to FTL control, activate it. We'll do a strategic planning. He'll roll, passes, and that's it. We have 8 distance here, I believe. Yep. Yep, that is 8 distance, so that's a pass. They reached Kobold. They made their jump. They didn't die from the jump. You do not draw any destination cards, so you don't have to worry about those. You can still lose from the population loss if you force a jump. So that's why I had to go check that. I think I said in a previous video that you can get away with it, but that's not true. I think I also heard it in a video. I think Quill18 actually said it once, which is not true. Alright. Or I could have misheard. Either way. Anyway, at this point you reveal your cards. In the case of Athena, morale is above 3 or higher. It's exactly 3. So, false sense of security. It's 5 or less. So, pressure their leaders. And population is at 3, which is 6 or less. So with that, she has 3 out of 4 objectives completed, which is the requirement. And she has to have at least two objectives of the allegiance that wins. This is a human victory. She has 2 allegiances human. So this is a human and Cylon leader victory, and the Cylon did lose this time. But as you can see, they barely survived. They still even have a Centurion with them. But yeah, they were down to 2 fuel, 3 food, 3 morale, and 3 population at this point. And I mean, the jump itself would have sent them pretty much the minimums. But other than that, yeah, that happened. It worked. They made it. So a spoilers for the previous game, but there was a Cylon victory, and then this time it's a human and Cylon leader victory. So, a little bit of everything. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. Hopefully it wasn't too complicated. Hopefully I didn't mess up too much. But hopefully you guys just enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it, even though I'd rather prefer to play this with players. But this game does take a little bit of time to teach. If you're playing with new people and you're trying to teach them this game, it's going to be probably at least a 3-hour game. It was about 3 hours probably for me to do this solo, but I'm also explaining things at the same time and recording and playing 4 characters at once, so it's not really a good measure for this for me. But like I said, the hidden roles and stuff can really make things interesting, and there's so many different ways to play it. This one was pretty quorum card heavy, which was a lot different from the previous one, which was probably a little bit more mutiny card heavy. A lot of my games, it's very heavy on fighting in space. Though this particular one, I mean, despite the fact we had, everyone had piloting, a lot of them didn't really do too much piloting out in space, and they relied more on the turrets and other means to destroy things. So as you can see, it's just things like there's so many things for humans to keep track of. It just builds. Like, resources will just gradually dwindle until they become a problem. The space area can get just completely flooded with enemies eventually because of the Cylon fleet board. And it's really just a matter of just trying to keep everything under control. Usually in pretty much all my games, the civvy ships just get out of control because they just all end up in the back thanks to treachery cards. But anyway, I am the Depressed Eeyore. This was Battlestar Galactica on Tabletop Simulator. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later.